7 years ago, one incredible story blew up the internet.
When I was 22, I got involved with the Russian mafia. I was a frat boy on a class trip.
This is Igor. He's here for your protection. He is very dangerous. You are not to talk to or hang out with him.
This is Russia! 23 years after those events, the story continues.
What is wrong with this shirt?
What is it like to have a story get turned into a movie? That's got to be weird as fuck. Like a story that like you kind of have to tell now. If you do a show.
So it's surreal having your life turned into a movie. It's surreal. Like it is like it was emotional at times, and then it's weird because I feel very vulnerable.
Are you the machine?
Ma'am, the party's outside.
23 years ago, you stole the only thing my father ever cared about.
Sorry.
If this is some sort of TikTok prank, I'm about to lose my shit.
It's definitely a prank. Clearly that's a fake gun.
Welcome back to Night News. Before we start, please like the video for more excellent content.
I did not speak Russian.
Yeah, machine.
All I knew how to say was, on the machine! It was literally the best summer of my life.
We robbing this guy?
The Machine is the working title of an upcoming film that will be a comedic action picture and will be produced in the United States of America.
26 people is depressing. I even invited parents that hate me.
What's up, Madison's mom?
Oh. That guy's a bitch. She's going through a divorce. Be nice.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
This is a sweet 16.
It is anticipated that it will be released sometime in the year 2023. Peter Atencio has been chosen to act as the director of the film, and production on the movie will get underway very shortly. The stand-up routine of the same name that Bert Kreischer created in 2016 and utilized as the foundation for the film served as the primary source of inspiration for the film and was the primary source of inspiration for the film. Case in point, the film was based on the stand-up routine of the same name. This performance served as the inspiration for the plot of the movie. In addition to Kreischer, the film boasts prominent performances from a number of other performers, including Mark Hamill, Jimmy Tatro, Iva Babić, Stephanie Kurtzuba, and Jessica Gabor, all of whom are cast in leading roles. In this role, Kreischer portrays a person who is essentially a fictionalized version of himself, and he delivers a performance that is spot on. In 1999, while Bert Kreischer was still a student in college, he made the decision to take part in an exchange program that gave him the opportunity to spend one semester in Russia. This decision allowed him to experience a new culture. Igor, a tour guide, strikes up conversations with Bert and the other revelers that Bert is linked with when they are all out for a wild night of partying. During this time, Bert and his companions go through a metamorphosis that gives them the look of the Machine, a creature from Russian mythology that is regarded as being legendary. This occurs because Bert and his companions have become possessed by a mysterious force. Igor will have his initial encounter with Bert and the other individuals that are with him on the same evening as the events shown in this scenario take place. After an additional 23 years have passed, Bert is now employed in the fields of stand-up comedy as well as podcasting. He has turned his narrative into a comedic spectacular, and it has been met with a great deal of positive reception on the website known as YouTube. YouTube is a platform that is dedicated to the sharing of videos. Due to the nature of the relationship that exists between Bert, his wife, and Sasha, the couple's eldest daughter, the conversation that takes place between the three of them is fraught with a great deal of difficulty and tension on account of the dynamic that exists between the three of them. In spite of the fact that Bert and Albert's relationship has been strained for a lengthy amount of time, Bert is taken aback by the fact that his estranged father Albert runs with him unexpectedly while the family is at a picnic. The relationship between Bert and Albert has been filled with tension for a substantial length of time, and this tension has persisted for a significant amount of time. After that, a person who is a part of the Russian mafia and goes by the name Irina approaches Bert. Irina is a Russian name. Irina is a member of the Russian organized crime family. It is later revealed that Bert stole an antique pocket watch that belonged to Irina's father, and that it was this act that led to the establishment of Bert's own organized criminal network. The watch in question was an antique pocket watch that belonged to Irina's father. Irina's father had given Bert an antique pocket watch when they were friends. The watch in question was one of those. The watch was fairly antique and had been worn by Irina's father at one point in its history. The watch in question was an old pocket watch that had been in Irina's family for a very long time and had been handed down from one member of the family to the next. At one time or another in the course of their family's history, Irina's father had owned the watch that is now in dispute. Irina has formed a plan to exact revenge, and a central tenet of that plan is the kidnapping of Bert and his father. This is because Irina believes that Bert and his father will help her achieve her goals. Once Bert is in Russia, she plans to mete out the vengeance that is due to him for the crimes that he has committed once he is there, for the misdeeds that he has perpetrated once he is there, for the crimes that he has committed once he is there. When she gets to Russia, her plan is to work toward accomplishing this objective. At the box office, the movie was an enormous disappointment. In addition to The Little Mermaid, Kandahar, About My Father, and You Hurt My Feelings, the film The Machine was distributed to theaters in the United States of America and Canada. During the opening weekend of the film, which took place during the Memorial Day weekend, it was projected that the movie would generate around $5 million in revenue from 2,409 theaters. The motion picture grossed $2.2 million on its first day in theaters, $5 million during the course of a typical weekend, and $5.9 million altogether during its first 4 days in distribution. The movie's total revenue dropped by 66% on its second weekend in theaters, coming in at $1.7 million and placing it in 8th place. The website Rotten Tomatoes, which compiles user reviews from a variety of different sources, now has a total of 24 reviews, of which just 33% are positive, giving the website an average rating of 4.40 out of 10. The review part of the website comes to the following conclusion on the whole: a sloppily lifeless movie that is exclusively for die-hard Bert Kreischer fans. The machine is broken beyond repair. The website that compiles reviews, known as Metacritic, awarded the movie a score of 37 out of a possible 100 points. The website uses a weighted average to establish scores, which indicates that generally unfavorable reviews were provided. The movie was given a grade of B+ on a scale that ranges from A+ to F by the viewers polled by Cinema Score, and the viewers polled by Post-Track gave the movie an overall positive score of 78%, with 60% of respondents expressing that they would absolutely recommend it to others.